I don't want you to just watch and learn from me and not take any action.
Who is Dan Lok? Dan Lok.
Nicholas.
Nicholas, nice to meet you.
Nicholas from Colombia. So it's just two short questions. First, do we have to, you said, most important skill, selling.
Selling.
Right?
Selling.
So is it selling in general? Because there's a huge difference between selling something you really believe in and just selling something to make a profit, you know?
Yes.
Is it the whole selling concept? Because
it is selling, ideally you want to sell something you believe in,
yeah.
but it's also the skill of selling. So it's like a car.
Yeah.
Is that a car you want to drive? You want to drive? What's your dream car?
Of course.
What's your dream car?
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini, right?
Of course.
That's your ideal car.
Yeah.
But if you learn how to drive, can you drive other car?
Yeah.
It's developing that driving skill first. So then when the Lamborghini comes, you know how to drive. But in the beginning, maybe you drive a little Honda. It kind of sucks, but it's
But you have to.
you learn how to drive, right?
Yeah.
Then when you get the Lamborghini, you're like, okay, this is more difficult to drive, but I can handle it because I've already had years of driving experience.
Yeah.
So that's selling. That's how I would say that.
So that was one, and then the other one. So this is what is your advice for businessmen and entrepreneurs that face some difficulties that are completely unrelated to your skills and your experience?
Give me an example.
Example. It was really hard for me to come to Canada because literally 1 month before me coming, my mom got diagnosed cancer. So it was so hard coming, and then last summer I came back to Colombia, just the holidays, and I told my mom, you know what, if you want I will stay for you, it doesn't matter. And she got really mad and whatever, and I mean it's been really hard months, and that's not something related to like any skills or any but every night I wake up like really heartbroken or whatever, and then I'm like, you know what, I have to continue. But sometimes it's harder than other times. What is your advice to overcome those kind of problems and those kind of nights?
It's those emotional or personal problems happen to all of us, including me. You would see that as you grow, this would not be the first time, it's not the last time. And things will actually get more difficult. Because the truth is, good things happen, like bad things happen to good people. So I always say, I tell all the young people, your adversity is your greatest advantage. So if you think of these experiences as a way to kind of train your emotional muscles, it's like going to the gym.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's very unfortunate. And it happens, but what has that taught you? You tell me, what has the experience taught you?
Lots of things.
Give me an example.
It's made me closer to my mom. It's made me more resistant to some other emotions that I used to give so much importance before, and now they're just,
what you thought is very important is actually nothing compared to your mom.
Yeah.
So you're mature, your relationship with your mom is better. As unfortunate as that is, it made you a better man. If it made you a better man,
it helps.
And that would transfer to your business.
You have to get something out of everything, even if it's bad.
Yeah, and you will always get something out of it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, think about when my mom and dad got divorced, it was devastating to me. When my dad went bankrupt, wouldn't you say that's an unfortunate thing? But the question I have for you, thinking about my story, would I be where I am today if that didn't happen? So it turns out to be the greatest thing that ever happened to me, that my dad actually went bankrupt. So that it forced me to be independent. It forced me to be self-reliant. So looking back, it's a great thing. Without that, there would be no Dan Lok today. Same thing, without that, there would be no you today. And then more things would happen, and you would grow. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Welcome.
Thank you.